Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game that we just picked up at Origins called Four Gardens. Four Gardens is a game from Arcane Wonders that was brought over from Korea Board Games. It's in the Dice Tower Essentials line. It plays 2 to 4 players in about, what's that say, 45 minutes? Probably. You're going to be looking, at the most, you're going to play this game in 60 minutes. And what you're doing in this game is you are trying to paint panoramas or make gardens. I don't know. You're trying to collect resources to fulfill these resource requirements on these different kinds of cards to paint either a 2, 3, 4, or 5 panel panorama. Every time you paint a panel of the panorama, you're going to move up on this scorecard here to get more points. The person at the end of the game, after so many panoramas have been painted, who has the most points is the winner. So that's enough talking about it. Let's go on the table, check it out. All right, so here's a game of 4 gardens, all set up for 2 players. To set up, you're first going to build the pagoda here, which I've done. Symbol it randomly however you want, spin it however you want. Put this piece on top. Put out the scoreboard here. Each player is going to put one of their markers on the board. The colors are based on the color of board that you get, the little planning center that you get. Get the resources ready. You'll have one of these per player, but these 2 are going to go down in value. You only take one of each tile. You're going to shuffle the cards, put 3 face up, give each player 5, and each player will have their planning center. Now we're going to go ahead and get started. So when you're sitting around this pagoda, first thing, you need to sit around it so you're facing one of the sections. So if we were sitting at the table, I would be like this. That player would be on this side. But for this purpose, I'm only going to be focusing on this player, and I'm going to use the side that I can see over here for this player. So I'm not really going to focus on this player too much, but I'm going to show you what you can see here for me. Okay? So on your turn, you can do one of 3 things. You can play a card face down in front of you as a card that you want to work on. So I would play this face down. This is a card that I want to work on. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build panoramas. And the way that works is you can see in these 2 that are out on the side here, there are 2 red dots, one on the right, one on the left. If I painted this panorama, this would be a complete panorama, and I would be able to complete points and complete this. In a 2-player game, we're trying to do 10 panoramas. So this will be 1, then we need to do 9 more. So that's the goal. You need to have separate pieces. I can't do 2 of the right dots. It has to be a right and a left dot in order to complete the panorama. I can work on 2 right dots, but I'm going to need to have 2 left dots if I want to make this work. So what I'm going to do is, first thing I want to do, I want to start getting one of these up. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to play this down as a project. I have 2 more actions. Next thing I want to do is I want to get resources. And the way that works is you're going to play a card for this section, and then you're going to spin the section in black, and you're going to collect everything up the tower. So let's see. I need wood, water, and stone. So I need to go down. So let's do this. I'm going to play this card for this. I'll spin the top. What's this side? Not that way. I'll go this way. So now I'm going to go down. Produce goods going down. So I'll get 2 water. 1 wood. And 3 plants, but I can only store 1 plant. So I can't take all those goods. Then for my 3rd action, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this card for the wheelbarrow. What the wheelbarrow means is I'm free to move goods from my planning center to my cards, from my cards to another card, or just from my planning center out so I can make room for things that I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, wood. I'm going to get rid of this for now. And that's my 3rd action. So I played a card got some resources, moved resources around. These get discarded. Then what happens is I'm going to draw up to my hand limit of 5, and my turn is done. So now this player is going to do some things. I'm not really going to focus on their turn as much, but I'll just randomly spin something so it looks like they're doing something. All right, so they moved it. That's what it looks like coming back to me. And they also took these 2 cards and this card. All right, so I'm just going to simulate some stuff so it kind of looks like they've made some turns. So these will refill. And I really took the wrong stuff like a doofus. On my turn, I actually wanted to take this card, so I'm going to do that. And we'll just say that one was there. Okay. So now it's back to me. I have 3 turns again. 3 actions. So I want to play this card down because now you can see I'm working on 2 projects of a left and a right because I'm trying to complete a panorama. So let's see. They are going, then I'm going to, I need stone and wood. So I need something to go up. So let's do, I'm going to play this for resources and I'm going to spin it this way. That's going to give me a whole lot of stuff. So that's going to get me 3 wood, and that's all, or 3 stone. That's all I can take because I don't have room. So 3 stone. So I played a card, got resources. Oh, I spun the wrong one. Hang on. I can't spin all that. Just kidding. Just kidding. I can spin the top. I don't want to play that one. So let's do... Dang it. I'll just take some wood then. So we'll spin this one. I'm going to spin it this way. And now I'm going to collect up. So there's nothing, nothing. 3 wood. I get 3 wood. Okay. Now for my third action, I'm going to do a wheelbarrow, and I'm going to move some stuff down. So I can do this, this. I'm going to get rid of this and this, and that's my last action, but I've completed a card. So what happens now is you get rid of these. You can flip the card face up. What I've been doing is I usually put them up here to know that I'm working on it. And then you're going to move your scoring marker 1 space on that color. So I'm black, so I'll move black 1 space. Or if you want to, you can move your opponent back, but there's really no point in that until you get up high. If you make it to the end, if I was up here, then I got points and have to get my opponent back. And if your opponent ever falls off, they can no longer score points for that color. But that's not where we are yet. So that's that. Then I'm going to draw back up to 5. And then that's my turn. When you complete a panorama, I'm not going to keep going because that's effectively the game. But when you complete a panorama, a couple things will happen. So let's say we completed this. This one will come up here. I will score for this one. So now I move up purple. I also move up yellow. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to get one of these bonus tokens because I completed a full panorama. So I can take this, take 4 goods immediately. I can take this for 4 points at the end of the game. Or early in the game, I usually like to take this. It gives you an extra space to store goods, which is pretty helpful. So don't want to overlook that. So that's probably what I would do. Then we're going to keep going until we've met the appropriate number of panoramas that have been finished. And then whoever has the most points at the end of the game is the winner. There's a couple tiebreakers. It's who's ever done the most cards first. If there's still a tie, it's whoever has done the longest panorama, because the panoramas are in different colors. The red's the shortest, then orange, green is 4, and blue takes 5 cards. And there's also cards that are wild. When you complete that card, you can move up on whatever track you wanted. And they can be a different one every single time. So if I use it blue one time, next time I score it can be purple. Doesn't really matter. And that is how you play 4 Gardens. Let's go up the top, see what we think about it. All right, well, that was 4 Gardens. So what you saw in this game is what this game is. It's super easy to play, super easy to teach, and it looks awesome on the table because this is amazing. This pagoda is incredible. I'm not going to put all the pieces together, but just taking this and spinning this so you get different resources whenever it's your turn, and you can either collect resources down or up, changes a ton. And these can go in a different location every time. When you start the game, you can just randomly spin it. There's also a starting setup that you could do if you wanted to in the book. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't change the way that the game works that much. So I would just say put them together and spin it and then get going. That is a really cool resource collection mechanism. Not necessary. Doesn't need to do that. But it looks amazing on the table, so why wouldn't you? So let's talk about some of the cards here. I really like the artwork on the cards. Every card's different. Just looks amazing on the back. Picture on the back shows you a few pieces, like where it belongs in the panorama, and then like what kind of track you're going to be moving on. But the other side's really easy too. You got the places to put the resources. Do you want to use it to put it down as a project? Do you want to use it as a wheelbarrow, or do you want to use it for that other special power? Every card has 3 different actions that can be done with it, and I really like it. The art is just, I don't know, I like it quite a bit. Here's another one. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Here's an orange. It just looks really cool. It looks nice on the table. It looks nice when you have all of them lined up next to each other. Everything about it looks really nice. The bits, the resources, are the only other really cool piece, and the grass or the plants look like plants. Water's a water droplet. The stone and the wood. I really like the way all those look. Not like groundbreaking, but they're nice. So this is a really fun game. I played it at 2 and 4, and it plays exactly the same. At 2, the pagoda, or the resource pagoda thing, it's probably not going to be as different when it comes back to your turn. But when you're playing at 4, you might as well not even look at it, because you might look at your side, you're planning your turn, 3 other people are taking their turn. It's not going to look like that when it comes back to you. So at a 2-player game, you're going to have, it's not going to move as much. So you have a better possibility of getting the resources that you want. That's the only difference I've seen, and it's shorter. But outside of that, it plays exactly the same way. So if you have 2, 3, or 4, and you want to play a really fun family weight game, I would say bust this out. I have no complaints. The rule book's like 2 pages, really easy to follow. The scoring track, super easy. It's just cubes on a track. I love tracks. Insert everything. You can once you assemble those pagodas, they just fit in the box. Let me see if I can show you without making a big mess. So they just sit in the box here. They each have a space. Put the resources in the middle, cards, and bonus tiles. Amazing. No complaints on the box there at all. Yeah, some of the resources fall out if you don't have them bagged up, but that's my choice, so that's fine. So yeah, I really like this. I like this probably more than I was thinking I was going to. So yeah, that's good. So I'm going to give this a BGM acceptance seal. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 4 out of 5 wrenches on our arbitrary wrench scale. That means absolutely nothing. But we like to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what I'm going to do. So that is 4 Gardens from Arcane Wonders. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.